My name is Matt Jollymore, and what I want to do today is I want to talk to you about Kill Zone. A little bit about the whys, some of the things that you can do. First thing we need to talk about is three ways. Now, we've all used this three-way clip. You've got your drop weight on there. You're going to set it for maybe a foot or whatever at the time. You've got your lure on there, and you're pretty much setting your depth that you're going to be running. But what happens if you look at that graph and now you see the fish are up here, right? You're going to have to cut the line on whatever sinker you're using, and you're going to have to tie up a new leader. And you know what? I say cut the three-way all together. You know what? Let's just get rid of it. I'll show you why. I'm going to set this aside. So, what we have here is a system called Kill Zone. It's got two parts to it. The part that the line is going to go through, and of course the stop. And we're going to do some creative things with this. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the cylinder part and we're going to run the line through it. After we've done that, then we're going to take that part that looks like a T and we're going to slide it down through the cylinder part, securing the line. After that, at the end of the line, we're going to put a clasp on there. That's going to be for our weight. Now, I'm not doing any kind of fancy knots because this isn't about I guess I'll be including some bloopers in this one. I'm not going to worry about tying a real fancy knot. It's really not about knots. This is about the Kill Zone. So we're just going to get a knot in there. With that kind of time, I could have probably just tied a good knot on it. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the weight. Okay, so we got our weight attached. Now, and this is the beauty of this. This is really the beauty of this. Now we're going to set our depth. We're going to simply insert it, and that part's done. Clip on whatever bait we're going to use. And we're ready for fishing. But again, the biggest thing is what happens if we find those fish have either risen in the column or they've dropped in the column. Now, normally what we're doing is we're having to take everything and we're cutting the lines and we're adding leaders or shorting leaders. What we do here, we simply release the center. We're going to move it now to whatever depth that we actually want this to be. I'll shorten it up. And it is that easy, and you're back to fishing. But what about you guys that are on the river, right? Where you can use dual lines. Well, what I've done here is I've attached another Kill Zone. So now on this part, I'm going to hook up bait number 2. So what's important about this? What becomes important about it is that I have the ability at this point to do two things, right? I'm running both lures, right? So I've got my lures already out there. I can now, with just simply loosening this up, I can change the depth between the lures very easily. And I still have the ability to change up, again, very easily. I can change up the depth that I want to have my sinker. So I'm telling you, the easiest system you got going on there. You're going to be able to do this very quickly. No more cutting lines, no more any of that. You're simply going to use the Kill Zone system and separate the kill zones by how far apart you want the bait. And the bottom one says how much leader do we want to have on our sinker. And you notice I put a clasp on here. That way, even if you decide, you know what, I got to go to a lighter weight, you're just going to clip that on. And again, we can adjust just how far off the bottom that is. So, really, this replaces that three-way altogether. I wish that I could have done this a little bit neater, but just being one guy trying to hold both baits up. One of the things that I've heard is that if you're going to be running two baits that are alike, the top one, double the length. So I'll tell you what, this is going to make your fishing so much easier. You're going to be so much faster at switching things over, and you know what, you're going to be able to get into what they call the kill zone. And what's that? That's getting your bait exactly where the fish are. How can you do that on a consistent basis? If you're seeing the fish suddenly rise on you, you got the kill zone. Give yourself more leader, click your bat together, and you're back to fishing. So hey, you know what? Get yours today at killzonefishing.com and get your kill zone fishing system today. And you know what? Happy fishing and tight lines.